Hello and welcome to today's practice. So we're going to come into some gentle flows and our target is our hip area. I'm joined with Bonnie and Heidi's fast asleep over there. And Bonnie might stop playing with a toy in a minute, just got a bit of energy after a tea. So the only props that you might need, but you will definitely need one block. Just for we're going to come into supported bridge pose. Other than that, you might need a pillow for your head if you prefer, but other than that, just one block. So we're going to start in Savasana pose today, so lying on our backs, and we're going to just do some belly breathing technique. So come to lie down on your back. And let's just bend the knees and let those come in together for constructive rest pose. Just to get us settled in for this practice. So just start to notice all of the points that attach to the mat. He's decided she needs cuddles now. So just settle in, allowing the weight of the body to melt into the mat. And start to notice your breath. Notice the breath moving in and out. Taking your hands to your belly and just allowing the breath to move the belly out. The belly moves into the hands and then back again. Noticing your back body against the mat. Just let gravity do the work, just allowing everything to melt into the ground. And then let's take those legs away from us now in traditional Savasana. You can leave your hands on your belly if that feels comfortable, or take them away from you, palms facing up. And then settle back in. Noticing how that feels a little different now. Your legs straight. And again, coming back to your breath. Just encouraging the belly to fill the hands. And back again. And then we'll do our 4-4-4-4 breathing. So we breathe in for 4, we hold for 4, we breathe out for 4, and we hold for 4. So using the nose to breathe in and out and hold for each count. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Continue this breathing, breathing in and hold. Breathing out and hold. Continue with this breath, really encouraging the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest, to just completely engage. Encouraging you to connect with your body, with your breath, If it helps with the visualization, when you breathe in, you can use an arrow going up the side of the left side of a box. Hold, arrow moves across to the right. Exhale, arrow moves down to the right side of the box. And hold, arrow moves across the left towards the bottom left corner. A few more rounds like this. And then make this your last box breath. And open the eyes, bend the knees, bring the legs in towards you now. And let's just rock backwards and forwards. Bringing the heels up, coming back onto your shoulders. And then come all the way across the legs and come back into the middle of your yoga mat. And then from here, let's just turn the legs around and come onto our hands and knees. And let's just do some gentle cat-cows. Breathing in, looking up. Exhale, round the back for your cat. Breathing in and breathing out. So really start to take your focus to your back body here. Getting some energy in the spine. And then on your next inhale, come back to center, walk the hands slightly forward, tuck the toes, and lift yourself up into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, and then push yourself back into the heel of your hands, pressing all 10 fingers into the yoga mat, lifting up the hips. So let's focus on those hips in down dog, really drawing those hips up and back, using the arms to push your body back towards the back of your room. Don't forget to breathe. Sending your breath to your back body, encouraging the back ribs to open. Getting some nice energy in the armpit area, your liver chin, to really get you out of any stagnation. And then look forward and just take your right knee to your right elbow and bring yourself around into upright pigeon. So don't worry if you haven't got much of an angle on this right knee, that's okay. Just settle in, keeping those hips in line. And then bring yourself up. So let's keep this pigeon upright for the moment. Maybe even take your gaze up a little bit like you were in cow pose. And then I want you to really start to sink those hips down, but in line with each other. So start to draw that left leg back. Let the left hip sink and the right hip sink. Engage the arms, so pressing the arms just like you were in down dog. Feel the hand, all 10 fingers. You might start to feel a bit of a pinch in your waist, in your lower back. And then take your gaze down. So allowing the weight of the head to be really, really heavy now. And start to control your breath. And then from here, see if you can just wiggle the right foot nearer towards your left wrist. Very slight, it won't be much. And then coming down onto your elbows. So elbows in line with your shoulders. And wiggle your hips, get them settled. Maybe even tuck those back toes. Lift that back leg up off the mat so you've got space between your knee and the yoga mat. And then draw that leg back in space, plant it back down. Notice how that feels at the right hip. Notice how this tension's releasing from the right glute area. And then let the head hang heavy. So really just start to send your breath to your right hip. A couple of more breaths. Then coming back up onto your hands, tuck your left toes in. Bring your hands in where your elbows were. And then just start to draw that left leg in as you come all the way back into downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Let the head hang. So just breathing in to your down dog. And then we do the other side for our pigeon. So looking forward, just taking that left knee to the left wrist. No need to bring this left foot all the way out on the ankle. Let's just leave it nearer to the midline. And then releasing that back foot. Let us stay in that upright pigeon for now. And then get your hips aligned so you can feel them in line with one another. And then drawing yourself up, look up. And start to feel that release in the hips and the lower back. Breathe here. You might want to roll that right foot, tuck the toes, lift the knee. Just draw that right leg just back slightly, planting the knee back down, releasing the foot. To get a nice length in that right leg, encouraging the left hip to relax down. And then let's take the gaze down towards the hands now, allowing the head to relax down. A couple of breaths here. Keeping the hips in line, sending the breath to your hip, your waist, glutes. And then take your elbows where your hands were, coming down and drop the head. So surrendering down now into your pigeon pose. Keeping those arms active, pressing the elbows into the mat. Encouraging any tension in the shoulders to release. Encouraging the jaw to relax. A couple of more breaths. And then bringing the head up, let's replace the elbows with the hands. And let's tuck that back foot in, bring it up and press yourself back up into your downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here as you tuck the head. Maybe straighten the legs now, or maybe take the dog for a walk, or straighten the legs, lifting the hips, pressing back into the legs, and then dropping the head. On an inhale, just take your gaze forward. You may need to come up onto your fingertips, and let's just slowly walk the feet towards the hands and the hands towards the feet. Forward fold. Maybe take a bend in the knees here, just to encourage nice release in the back. And then bring your feet together, big toes together, ankles may touch. And on an inhale, just come all the way up into a little bit of a chair pose. So bending the knees slightly and just taking those arms up either side of your head. No need to come up too far. And we'll just take it into a twist to the right. Bring the palms into prayer. And then bring that left elbow to the outside of your right knee, pressing your palms in together and start to twist to the right. So just see if you can now straighten those legs, coming all the way through with straight legs. Notice how that feels in the hips. Right elbow up towards the ceiling, left elbow pressing into your right knee. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, coming up, arms either side of your ears. Exhale to prayer. Right elbow outside of left leg. Pressing in, turning yourself to your left. Breathing in and breathing out. One more nice big deep breath in. And exhale it out. Forward fold, bend the knees. And then just come down to sit on your knees. Bring your seat onto your feet. Let's just take a little bit of a breather. So palms on your legs, chin to chest. And just notice how you feel after that little bit of a flow. We weren't doing anything fancy or intense. If you've been breathing properly, breathing in and breathing out, start to ignite that energy, that warmth, prana, chi in the body, encouraging it to really help this tissue in your body, fascia tissue, which if it becomes dormant, gives us pain, and we need to move, stretch, twist, relax. All right, coming back now onto your hands and knees. And let's just walk those hands a little bit further, like we did before for down dog. But you're just going to bring those hips forward now. So you're in your up dog, straight arms. And then come all the way back and come back onto your heels and drop your head to child's pose. So you'll inhale forward and look up. Exhale, coming back, tilt the head towards the yoga mat. Let's do that 6 times. Inhale, exhale. And exhale the breath. 4. And 3 to go. 2 to go. And your final 1 inhale. And exhale the breath. Let's just come all the way back. And let's do some hip rolls from here. So coming forward, not as far forward as up dog, but just coming forward and then bringing your hips to the right, coming all the way round to the left. So just start to move your hips intuitively for what's feeling good for you. So you may get to a point and you might think that feels really nice. So stop, move around, maybe move from side to side, maybe change direction, maybe pause and breathe in the pause. So listening to your body, connecting with any niggles or pain, backing out if it's painful. And again, let's just come back to sit on our heels now. Palms facing down, chin to chest. And again, just taking this time just to check in. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your breath feels. Are you warm now? Are your wrists a little bit sore? If they are, just give them a little circle one way, the other way. Give them a little rub. Right, so let's come down onto our backs. So coming down, this is where you might need your blocks. So prop them on both sides of you. Let's just do a nice supine twist to start with. So bring the knees in towards the chest and let's just give them a little circle one way and the other way. And then drawing those knees in towards you, let's go over to the right first. So let's just drop those knees all the way over to the floor. So don't worry about what's happening anywhere else. Now, if you can't get to the floor, then use that block. And then just let the legs just hang. If you can get to the floor, maybe put the block in between your legs. So have a play around, see what feels nice for you today. And then with this left arm, take this left arm away from you. So you've got options. Taking it in your shoulder height is really going to open up this left armpit, really going to help with that liver energy, which is what we're looking for to really help ease this tension in the hips. If this is too much, then you could use that as a block. So you could pop that block underneath just to support your arms. So you've still got it nice and open, but you've just got a bit of support. Or you might want to just take the arm away from you on the angle and just let it release, let the elbow release. So have a go, see what works for you today, using that prop anyway, which way you wish. And then lift the head and turn the head to the right. And settle in. Close the eyes if that feels comfortable. And you can take that right hand to the outside of your left knee, if that feels okay. I want you to, I'm going to encourage you to really release this left hip. So whatever that left hip's doing, it needs to release down towards the ground. So you've got 6 breaths here. There's no need to count. I will do that for you and I'll let you know when we're on our last breath. So settle in, breathing in. All right, your last breath now. And let's lift the head, bring the head back to center. Bring that left arm back through in towards your torso. And then removing any props, bring your legs back to center and give yourself a hug. Let's just circle those legs one way and the other way before we do the other side. And then let's go over onto our left side now. So knees in line with hips, taking a block in between your knees or underneath. And then extending your right arm out, shoulder height or lower down, using a block if you prefer. Using your right hand to just gently keep a hold of your right knee. Start to allow that right hip to relax and release down to the yoga mat. Just check in and notice, are you holding any tension anywhere? Are you lifting your right elbow? Let it go. What about your right shoulder blade? Let it go. Are you gripping with your feet? So just go around your whole body and ask it to soften. Lift the head up and turn it to the left. And then settle in for your 6 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. You've got 5 more. And your last inhale. And your last exhale. And then bringing your head up back to center. Bring your right arm in. Remove any props and bring your legs back up to center. Hugging your knees into your chest. And let's just do those circles with our knees again. One way and the other way. And then plant the feet down on the mat. Bringing your heels in towards your groin area, hip width apart. And we'll just do a bridge pose with our block. So breathing in, pressing your feet into the mat, lift your hips up and pop that brick underneath your lower back. And then settle in. Palms on your belly if that feels good, or you can take them away from you on the T shape. So just start to allow your back muscles to really release into the ground, into the yoga brick, encouraging all of the flesh around your hips to completely sink in. So maybe close the eyes for this one. Really relax in and let go. Heidi. Heidi. What's that? All right, start to deepen the breath now. Do this really slowly. Just bringing your arms back into center. And let's all start to really press into the feet as we lift the hips up slowly. And then taking the block away from you. And just release it back down, bone by bone, really slowly bringing it back down. Let's tilt the pelvis forward so you get a nice round arched back, a bit of a gap between your back and the yoga mat, and then tilt the pelvis back. So your pelvis might just slightly lift off the yoga mat. It's a really small movement, but really good for your lower back. As you rock backwards and forwards, just really slowly and really mindfully. Heidi. And then from here we'll come into Savasana. So grab anything that you need, your socks, a blanket, eye pillow, pillow for your head. Sometimes I quite like to use the yoga brick for my head. It's quite nice for your neck, just to perch from the end. We've got Bonnie coming to join in. Hello, Evelyn. No. So settle into Savasana. Settle in, Bonnie, yeah, really settle into. We'll do a body scan meditation. So let's take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and an exhale out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Settle in. Legs wider than the yoga mat, allowing the feet to just relax. Your arms away from your waist, palms facing up. And then just settle in. And take this moment to, I am so sorry about Heidi. Heidi, you're like a little pig. Let's just check in on our body scan. Maybe let's just check in on the joints today. Toe joints, ankles, knees. So let's just encourage the toe joints, the ankles and the knees to relax. Our hips and all of the connections with our front ribs and our back ribs, shoulder blades, neck, elbows, wrists, the knuckles on all 10 fingers. Allowing everything to completely relax. So start to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And then slowly start to bring your arms in towards your belly, with your legs in together. So big toes might touch. Remove any props from your head. Just take your arms up above your head, interlace the fingers, extending the arms out away from you. So the palms of your hands are against the wall behind you. Let's just bring some flexion in the feet. So flex the feet up towards the ceiling, back of the heels against the mat, your toes pointing towards the ceiling. And let's get quite intentional with this pose. So pressing your hands away from you, your feet away from you. It's just as if you're standing on the ground. Let's breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Just noticing as you're breathing in how your rib cage is opening up. And as you exhale out, how your back body releases down into the ground. Just release the arms, bring the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a hug. Like we did at the beginning of practice, let's pop those hands behind our legs and just rock ourselves up to sit. If this isn't something you want to do at the end of your practice, then just come over onto your side and come to sit on your mat. You might want a block, coming into easy pose. So just bring yourself round on your block. And then placing your palms down onto your knees. Let's just do 3 more breaths just to land here as we sit upwards, letting the oxygen come back to the brain. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale a breath. Just sit for a moment. Maybe chin to chest. Excuse me. Bring your palms together, thumbs into your heart center. Moving back. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. Hope you've enjoyed this practice. If there's anything in this practice that you'd like more of or you want more explanation, do drop that in the comment and I'll be sure to create a video for you. I'll see you next time.